Hey, I'm Daryl Leary. Hey, YouTube. Anyways, I want to talk about what makes a person valuable. Now, what makes a person valuable is a bit complicated, but paradoxically, it's also simple at the same time. What makes a person valuable is a person's willingness to help others. Einstein once said, "The only life worth living is a life lived for others." I may have gotten that quote wrong. Only a life lived for others is a life lived worthwhile. I think that's the correct quote. So it's this idea of being an asset to people, to others, to humanity, to your family, to your friends, to strangers. That's what truly makes a person valuable. Because when you help somebody, you become an asset. You become something valuable to that person because they're being helped by you. So, a valuable person is someone who is beneficial or a positive impact or a constructive impact onto that person's life. And that's what makes a valuable person. So, it's really as simple as that. I could say that what makes a valuable person is the capacity to positively impact other people, but then it starts getting a little bit complicated. But basically, that's what makes a valuable person. Now, where was I going to go with this? Because my intro has been pretty good so far, right? So society in general has deceived us with this perception that what makes a valuable person is someone who's highly successful in their career and or is financially successful. But if you're, say, incredibly wealthy and you just squander and use whatever you earn just on yourself and nobody else ever benefits from your own profits, then are you really an asset to society? Or have you just basically selfishly, squandered the resources around you for your own sole benefit, for your own greediness, for your own selfishness? This society also has this thing that that superior or quality or great genes, genetics, makes a person valuable. But this is a lie. It's a lie. How you look has nothing to do with whether or not you're a valuable person. It's one of the greatest illusions. Because good-looking people seem to get more opportunities, and everybody wants a good-looking partner, a good-looking wife, a good-looking girlfriend. Good people are lusted after and envied, but that doesn't make them valuable people. It's one of the greatest illusions out there. And society values people with a high cognitive intelligence, but sometimes there's bad people out there with a high cognitive intelligence, and they have the potential of becoming the most dangerous people to society because they are so intelligent. They have a greater capacity to damage society beyond repair. So they're not more valuable. In fact, they're quite the opposite. So, when people commit crimes against each other, become parasitic and act like parasites living off a host, like a parasite does, till that host dies because of lack of resources, and they move on to the next host. Like thieves, for example, they have lost their value as a human being. They've become a detriment, a liability to society. So don't fall for the hype. You know, what makes you valuable is living a life lived for other people. And just like Socrates once said, the unexamined life is not worth living. I believe he meant that if people don't examine their past and through self-reflection and thought, examine what they've done in the past and how it's affected other people, then such a life is not worth living, because they could have negatively impacted other people throughout their lives unknowingly. So it's critical to examine one's life through a lot of debate from other people to challenge our ideas, and a lot of self-reflection, which requires a greater honesty, at least with ourselves, to determine, you know, have I been a detriment to other people? And it's always easy to fall into the trap, you know, because, you know, hey, my friends love me, my family loves me, but then, you know, I have issues with this person or that person or these people, and that's how the damage begins. You know, just, we don't realize the impact that our words have. For example, you know, if you tell a person to F off, you don't know if that person is suicidal. You don't know if that's the last straw that broke their back. We don't realize the impact of our actions and how they can affect other people. So we can all be valuable people. We can volunteer, or we can just help people that need to be helped, and help them with whatever skills or brawn or talents that we have that enable us to help them in lieu of what talents or skills they lack. So basically, that's what determines your value as a human being, is whether or not you're an asset to the quality of life of other human beings. Now, each person, just as a living, breathing piece of life, is valuable in their own right. Because life is rare, and we fall under this illusion that because there's 6 billion of us, life is just a rampant thing that's all over the place. But we're deceived by this illusion because we live on this planet Earth. But if we were to look at our entire solar system, we'd realize that life is quite rare indeed. And if we were to look at the galaxy, we have yet to find any signs of life, or been able to confirm that there's life out there. And rarity of life is what makes life valuable. That's why diamonds are valuable, because they're rare. But we fall under this illusion that, you know, because there's people everywhere, that we just become a unknown number, just just one in a billion. But life is sacred. It needs to be cherished, and life needs to be able to evolve and learn and become what it was meant to become. And to stifle life, to hinder other people from evolving, is just wrong. The positive actions we have today, even if they are on a few people, will multiply through time as those people have children, and those children have children, and those children have children. We could be impacting millions of people and not even realize it, because in this moment we only impact those people that we're aware of. But every positive seed of influence that we have on people will propagate through time. Something to think about. You are valuable. Life is valuable. I'm Daryl Leary, and I'm out. Oh yeah, check this out, baby. Spread the love, baby. Peace.